Hey there YouTube, AJ here, and today we're back on the hot rod finally, and we are going to try to get some more done on this back end mess that I've created. First thing we're going to do is try to make us a template for the piece that's going to go in here, and that's going to have that body curve to it, so we're going to cut that off to start, and then we're going to get to fabricating. Alright, well now that we got this piece cut in here, I'm going to have to leave a little bit extra there just for, oh that's not strong enough. Alright, gotta get different magnets. Alright, now I got the stronger magnet so we can try to get this going here. Okay, so we got this in place here. Now we're going to mark it on the other side. Oh no! Shh. All right, well, I did have this held up in place with this jack, and then I forgot, and I went to move it. Oh, darn it. As you can tell, it's kind of a precarious position. All right. Let's get our template back in position. So we're going to take, mark in between our clecos. Okay, now I'm not going to cut down to this thing. I'm going to take that straight out to the corner, I believe. We'll see how that goes. All right, let's see how this looks. This is going to go in behind. Obviously, that's not bad. Oh, come on. Yeah. Now, I might bend this flange to more match this. I'm not sure yet. We'll get to that later. We might leave it with this little kick down just to give it like a drip edge. I'm not sure, but I think we're close enough to cut that out of metal. Let's go check it on the other side first though, because ideally this side is going to use the same pattern. Yeah, perfect. All right, cool. All right, I think it's now time to cut 2 of these out of metal. Alright, we've got our shape cut out here. This is the profile, and then I added enough to leave a flange on there, and I marked that out real quick by just taking this little connector that's about the right width I want, and I put the tip of the marker in one corner there, and then I ran this side along my outline, and that just allowed me to put the same consistent flange all the way around it. So let's get this cut out. Alright, here's our first one. It's not done yet. I gotta tune it up yet, but the idea is let's go test fit it and see how we're doing. Now, one thing I realized as I was shaping this panel, I gotta be very cognizant when I go to do the other side that I mark it on the correct way and I don't bend another duplicate of this one. It's not bad. It's pretty close actually. Ow! Just cut myself right as I realized why I couldn't get this to go in. I totally forgot about the clecos. So I'm catching on the edge of the clecos. But, I mean, that'll work. I think that looks pretty good. Again, I got to do something about this edge here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might fold it up and continue this piece all the way down. I'm not sure yet. But regardless of my stupid injury there, this is at a good enough place. Obviously, I got to do some tuning on that edge to get it to fit a little more perfect before I attach it and weld it in there. But I think we're at a good enough place now. We're going to go ahead and knock out the other side of this. So that way we'll have both of those made. And then we will do something else at the back here I want to get done today. Unfortunately, I do not have a piece of scrap big enough to cut the second one out of. So I got to cut into a new piece of steel and start making more scrap. So I did mark my template left and right. That way, when I go to draw on my flange and hammer it down, I will have it going in the correct direction. Going to use our same trick again. I did lay this into this corner so I don't have to cut all the way around it. Yeah. All right, let's get this one made. Okay, you got the second one knocked out. Let's see if we can get this in here test fit without me cutting my hand again. Yeah, I think that's going to look just fine. Once we get these put in, we can start working the bumps out in our out here. Yeah, I think that's going to look good. I'm a lot happier with how all this looks now. I do want to measure. We're about that far from the bottom there. A little further up on this one, but not bad. It's close enough for me. That's as far as I'm going to take these today. Yes, I have a lot of tuning to do to these pieces to get those and then weld them all together and then weld them into this. I'm not going to do that tuning on camera. That's just going to be a lot of me hammering and test fitting, hammering, test fitting, etc. I don't see a reason to do that. I'm going to do that off camera. Now, the other thing I want to do today before I quit on the back end is my gas filler. Okay, for now we can get rid of this. We don't need that anymore. So, for our fuel tank filler, I'm going to weld this flange in. This flange is from a Jeep CJ2A. I used to have a Jeep CJ2A, and one of the things I am trying to do with this build is I'm trying to incorporate leftover parts from other projects I've had in my life. Yeah, so we're gonna have a little homage to Jeep in here, but you won't see this when I'm done. This is gonna get cut in flush to the back of this. This is the cap from a Triumph TR3. This is the gas cap that I want to use. I like the spring pop-up. That's going to go in here. Again, you're probably not going to see this because I plan to mount my license plate right here over where the filler is going to be, and you're going to pull it down. I have this license plate mounting bracket. It's from a 1955-56 Mercury. And that's what I'm going to mount here and you'll pull this down to expose the fuel tank. So that's the plan. We're not going to get to this today, but the goal is to cut this in, get it in position, and then find our position for our fuel neck filler that's going to be inside in the tank here. So the first thing we need to do here is make a template for the hole we're going to need. Now obviously that is not the size we need for our hole, because that is the outside width. We want it to be this inside edge here. That's where we want it to be. I think I want to mount this from the back side and then weld the body to this seam here, and I could tack it on the outside on the inside here. On the outside on the inside here. I could tack it from the inside along the outer edge there, and then weld the inner edge solid from the outside. I think that's what I want to do. So I need the hole to be this big. Okay? Then up. I think that'll get us close to begin with. Once we cut the hole of this size, we can trim it to fit inside the car. All right, and since black Sharpie on black paint doesn't show up too good, let's try to scribe this as well. So I guess now we get a, I can't think what it's called, grinder. I tell you what, I have been on a spree of breaking grinder wheels lately. I don't know what's my deal, but I have broke a lot of them. And when I say break, it's because I leave them on the ground and I trip and step on them and snap them that way or drop them or something. It's not that they're breaking when I'm actually cutting. All right, let's get to this. So, obviously I'm gonna have to conform this a little bit to make it fit. And trim this part here. I cut too far, but anyway, we'll have to cut this all to fit better. But overall, I don't think we did too bad there. Obviously we need to shape this to fit the filler neck to conform to the curve of the body. But for now, I think that's good. Now, how am I going to hold that in there? I don't know if these magnets are strong enough to hold it or not. Maybe big enough. I think that'll hold us for now. And then this will go in there, like so. All right, I like that. I think that'll work. Obviously, we got to trim all that up. Not a problem for today, though. Now, let's go inside and look at how this is going to mount with our internal filler. So this is our filler that's going to drop in there, and what we need to do now is find out where its location is going to be. Now the old location was off center, so but this one's going to have to be on center. Our hose is going to go like that. How far back in order to get this hose? Now obviously we're going to have to cut this a little shorter so it goes down further, maybe, I'm not sure yet. Thinking about right there. Come around from your view and see how that looks. Okay. All right, I'm going to go with that, lock it in. Now we need a hole there that this will drop into. What size is that hole? Do I have a tape measure? So we want this to drop in not only around this flange, but all the way around this welded bead there, because I plan to weld to this flange. So looks like we're gonna need 2 3/8. Well, it's a hole. It's not as nice as I wanted, but you know, see if this will go in it. All right, it's not big enough, so we got to go around again. Hopefully it'll be easier now that we've got it roughed in. All right, the battery died before I got the hole cut out, but you get the idea what I was doing. I just had to keep trimming it round and round with the snips, and we got it to fit in there pretty flush now. I'll hammer that flange flat once we take the tank out to fix it completely and seal it up. Now if we put in our fuel filler cap from the back, well, I need to Cleco this thing in. So basically like that, and then we'll take this hose, which came from the secondary tank on I think a 1980 Ford Bronco. Anyway, it had the right size for this mouth here, and the other end is the right size for this one. So we're going to take it, cut this down to fit, and that'll be our filler neck. Bada bing, bada boom. Not a bad progress for the day. We got our end panels made up, so we can start getting this all together. So I will fit that up off the camera, get these things put in, then we can finish work this rear panel piece that I got going. We got our fuel filler roughed in. That's good. Remember, this is somehow going to go up here, so you won't see that when it's driving. This is going to be the license plate right here. Trying to figure out my tail lights yet. Maybe they're going to go on each side of the license plate up here. I'm not sure. Originally I was going to put them down low over here, but with the addition of this, I don't think I like that anymore. So I think at this point I need to highlight this area. So I'm going to do that, and I will have a light on it, so we have that up there. But I don't know, not bad progress for a Saturday morning. I do have to get back in the house though. My wife turned her ankle this week really bad, tore some stuff in it, and so she's on couch duty and can't really fend for herself too well. So I gotta get in there and make her lunch and stuff. So yeah, other than that, I'm pretty pleased with how this is looking. I'm actually growing fond of this now. I can see my vision coming. You know, I know you can see the bend lines in here. Those will get worked out once I get these end caps on it, so it has some structure. I think it's going to look pretty good when I'm done. I think I've actually got a plan now. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this one. You're going to watch some of it on the hot rod. I know I've been working on my motorcycle a lot, but because I got a goal on getting it running. And I know a lot of people don't tend to watch that one for some reason. It's my little 74 Honda is not getting any love. Oh well. Anyway, when we come back to the hot rod, I actually have something I want to do up on the front end. So that'll be the next hot rod video. In fact, I've already started filming that video. So there will be more hot rod coming. I'm going to get back on this strong after October 5th. I'm planning to have the motorcycle running by then. So then I want to get back on my hot rod really, really strong and start working on it. I want to have 2 running vintage vehicles by this time next year. And I know I've said that before, but I think I mean it this time. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Tell me what you think. Do you think this is going to look all right? Do you think these panels I made are going to look pretty good? I know I don't have the side profile anymore, but give me your input. What do you think about my fuel filler design, what I got going on here? I'd like to hear what you guys think about it. Anyway, till next time when I work on the front end of this, or probably before that you'll see another motorcycle video, but until that time, later YouTube.